And we are underway in the boys' final, the African Schools Championship, the COSAFA qualifier, and both teams have qualified for the continental showpiece, Zambia and South Africa. That's what comes with the final for both teams. Now that they know that they have qualified, who will win the championship, that is the only thing on the menu now for them, for Zambia and South Africa. And South Africa, February, only conceded one goal. The goal that South Africa at this time conceded was from a penalty spot also. They have not conceded an open play goal. And they have, and there is South Africa again pushing forward already here. And Zambia well defended there. And that's a danger man. They need to check him. That is Mkhize, operating down that left-hand side. He's a very tricky player, and he can also score goals. 2 goals so far from him. Zambia have really demonstrated that they can also play carpet football. They have demonstrated that since they started this competition. So they really are good opponents for South Africa here, although South Africa are the favorite coming into this game.
And I should tell you, Chester, that I was watching Zambia when...
and it's a good early chance here. Far post, and this Tilling with that chance. Just a good cross there from also Mkhize.
Very good one. They unfortunately just perhaps a bit slow from the South African player there to perhaps react and take a quicker shot to the goalpost of Zambia.
It's a free kick to South Africa, and it's the captain, Modisane, that is in charge of that. South Africa looking to put a pile early pressure on Zambia, and Zambians said have not conceded a goal. They have a very stern defensive line that South Africa needs to break if they are to win the game today. And the Zambian coach really have to talk more to his player, that is Mjobu, to take more to the players, and they need the concentration if they are to really come out victorious here and South Africa dominance in this competition. The free kick well taken by Tilling, and the goalkeeper equal to the task, that is William Zulu, and he will see more of those, but well taken free kick and well saved also. Corner kick to South Africa again, and it is Makwasha who will take it. It's on the money, well saved goalkeeper, good hands. That will give confidence to his defenders. He has been a very busy goalkeeper, and also passing the test with flying colors at this moment.
And I should say, Chester, I have been watching the Zambian team when they played against Malawi. I can tell you now that these young boys here really very bright, though they are under 15, but they had a very good game against Malawi. You know, you could see the awareness, the spacing of the players, you know, the tactical approach of the game and everything. Really very good Zambian side this time. I think they stand a chance.
Stand a very good chance, and as you said, it's only 40 minutes, so you literally need to hit the ground running. There is no time for errors here for both teams. So if you score first, you really stand a good chance of winning the competition. But it's South Africa that is on the ball now with Sekoto. Sekoto tried to put in a cross there, but it's Zambians that is over numbering the South African in that box now. Here is Simfukwe. The men that have scored 3 goals now for Zambia, and he look to be the danger man for Zambia. South Africa now. Telling also one of good players for in his SA team. 2 goals on his name, and put it back inside here. That is a lovely ball from Telling. Not well capitalized by South Africa there. Zambia now pushing forward, and look very busy on the left wide. That is position cheaply given away by the man of his standards. That is Kripin Zulu. He's the playmaker for Zambia. He's the man that they are watching for, or looking for to get goals for them. Sydney Zulu, a little bit too late there. Long one. And
yeah, and I can tell you now, just that the South African forwards, they are very casual, very relaxed. You know, they are not that alert, they are not that aware. It's like they are still a bit sleepy for now.
They need to wake up and smell the coffee if they are to win this one. But it is Modisane now, the skipper, looking for Tilling. Found him. And South Africa's now want to knock it around, just have a feel of the final. A good 10 there from Majola. South Africa now. This is Malombo. So overlapping left back here comes Nkize. A great ball looking for the jersey number 10 Makopa there. Couldn't find him, Tebak Makopa. Also one of the very, very busy midfielders. Also a playmaker for South Africa. He makes things happen for them, Makopa. Scored a crucial goal in the semi-final. And now Zambia. Here is Zulu. Crispin Zulu. But Modizane is there, the skipper, doing the dirty work for South Africa throughout the competition. Modizane, if you look at his body stature, you will say he's not a very strong, but he is actually a strong man on the ball. Lost position there. Here is Zulu now. Tries one shot there, but overcooked there.
It will be very interesting if Zambia can score now, Chester, because I have counted 3 occasions now where the South African defense is even trying to dribble from behind going forward, which is actually dangerous for the defense.
It's another long ranger that went off target as Zambia really trying to get their goals from long ranger. And South Africa, that's what they know. They start the ball from the back. They will draw the Zambian players because that will give their midfielders a position, more time on the ball. And here is South Africa now pushing forward and well defended by Zambia. Malambo there, really good combination between Malambo and Kize. That is something that Zambia need to be very careful of. Malambo overlapping left back and Kize also on a shot that comes in there and he scripts in Zulu. Again, they're really finding themselves in good position, Zambia. And South Africa need to be a bit careful. And then again, position given away. And now it's a chance and it's a goal. Zambia takes the lead here. What a goal, and it is the striker that have found at the back of the net, Sydney Zulu, for Zambia. And Twara, you have talked about South Africa being more careful, playing from the back. You need to be precise.
I am telling you, as you can see there, the defender just losing that ball, trying to be very much casual at the back. The goalkeeper himself also, not clearing that ball, trying to chip that ball. And, the striker there, Sydney Zulu, really taking that chance and putting it behind the net.
Very, very good from Sydney Zulu. He has been unlucky in the previous games. He's scoring his first goal of the competition for striker. That seems not well placed, but for that one he did very well. That's what a striker is supposed to do. It's an early pressure there that was given to South African defense, and Zulu benefited from that and gave Zambia the lead. Now the question is, Zambia, as I said, they have not conceded a goal. Will South Africa be able to break them down and have the goal that they now really much need? And here is Malambo for South Africa. Will try to go for a long ranger that went over the bar.
And very interesting, Chester, is the fact that I have said it will be interesting to see if, if Zambia can score first. And here they are leading for now. And let's see as to how South Africa is going to respond.
We know that South Africa in this competition, they are on 10 goals, second best to Malawi, who have scored 11. So we'll see whether that will come through in the final. But Zambia, for now, they are where they want to be with a goal. And now here is Mkize. Lovely play from Mkize. Try to find the other winger, Tilling, but it's Zambia that get position. Lovely 1-2s there, but position handed over to South Africa. And now This February will collect that with ease. And now, suddenly they change now, pumping long ones, not starting it at the back again. South Africa, it cost them. Now here is a chance for Ferguson. But well defended by Zambia at this point. Crowd really settled here in the final. Quick throw in.
And talking about those, not playing from the back anymore, I think it's just a lesson learned. And I think that is with the instructions of the coach, Selekedi Tulani Mohale, telling them, guys, let's try to, get them forward a little bit.
It will be a free kick to South Africa. And I see Makoba very much interested in that one. He went to place the ball down. But there is a committee of players that will discuss this. Also, who is going to take it? Sekoto in there. Sekoto will leave this one for Makoba. But also some stern interest from Tilling in taking the free kick. It's between Makopa and Tilling. There is a lot of thoughts going behind this free kick. You can see the skipper whispering to Tilling. It's a grass cutter. Couldn't beat the wall. And there is a handball claim. Referee looked away. Not convinced that is handball, or if it is that deliberate? That's what the rules are saying of the game. Now, Mkize tries another one there.
Mkize taking that shot there, Chester. That shows to say, or that goes to say, from the instructions is that, guys, we need to shoot. We need to start shooting to that goalpost.
Yeah, time is of the essence here in this competition. Already just under 8 minutes remaining for the first half, and Zambia really now will be caught in between protecting that lead and try to score another goal, because if you protect, another shot comes in, and that was wide. Again, Zambia knocking at the door, and this time it is Simfukwe, the man that have scored 3 for Zambia in the competition, tried to beat a South African goalkeeper from a distance. And here is Crispin Zulu. Zulu have done it illegally there against a South African skipper, and that is and it will be a free kick to South Africa. Modizane.
As you can see, Crispin Zulu, they're really trying to find those spaces there in front and give him a chance. He will definitely shoot like that one.
That was easy for February, but it's Zambia really taking the game to South Africa. Would have expected them, after scoring first, they will try to change into a defensive mode. No, Zambia pushing forward and really playing some good football, as Sibiye now finds Crispin Zulu on the left, on the right here. Crispin Zulu, not the best of the crosses. Modizane for South Africa now. South Africa pushing forward. Makopa failed to get the return ball. It will be a throw-in. You see the girls that have won the girls competition 3-1 against Malawi here now, trying to support the boys. Sibiye fighting for that. Ferguson. Honors is on South Africa now to come to on Zambia. Zambia have done what they needed to do, score a goal. And they have a very stubborn defense that have not conceded any goal in the competition so far. And it shows early on here in the game.
And that goes with the goalkeeper as well, the tall, long goalkeeper of Zambia. Really, it will be very difficult for South Africa to go past that net, or rather put the ball in the back of the net, Chester. It will be very difficult.
Looking promising, a good run there from South Africa's Majola. but unfortunately couldn't pull the trigger when he needed to be. And that is overcooked cross from South Africa. But the girls are happy with the proceedings of their boys' counterparts here, but not with the scoreline, most definitely. It remains 1-0 to Zambia, and they really displaying good football here, Zambia. Not shaken by the South Africans' record of have won this competition twice before, and also unbeaten up to this stage in this 2024 championship. Zambia came in the competition very late, as we said, but their presence is definitely felt here.
It is definitely felt, Chester, as they are currently leading. And by the look of things, imagine 5 minutes left before halftime. I mean, that says a lot.
And they're doing revenge for their under-20s that lost to South Africa in the final in Maputo. So maybe the boys will show the under-20s how it's done. And here is Mkize. Try to put it inside, but well defended by Zambia's Shiwavu, who cleared that. Goalkeeper now. What can they do? Well stopped there by South Africans. Makwasha. Here is Modizane now. Tries to the back, but good pressure from the Zambians. It will be a free kick to Zambia.
And I should tell you that a team's confidence comes with the goalkeeper. If you know that you have a good goalkeeper like the young man there, William Zulu, I mean, that also gives confidence to the defense.
It's a long ball. Goalkeeper February confidently go punch that one away from danger. Now Modizane for South Africa. What can they do? Sekoto pushing forward. But it is Philip who is in the mix there, trying to get Zambia going. That's very late. And it should be a free kick to Zambia.
And that should be a wide cut there for the South African player in, you know, picking up the player after that tackle. That is what you want. If you have done a tackle that is perhaps bad, go apologize, pick up the player, show remorse, be sincere, and that's a wide cut for you.
Very much so. Now he's lining up to go for goal. Very ambitious from the Zambian defender, Chiwazu. And now here is Nkize, looking for Tilling. Finds him. Across the pitch pass there. Now Zambia takes over. Simfukwe was quickly closed down. As throw into Zambia. And it is Kapembwa who will take the throw in. Flicked over. But again, well defended by Shiwavu, this big defender in the heart of Zambia's defensive line. Crispin Zulu. The foul is Malombo. The free kick will go to South Africa this time, as Mkize was impeded. Free kick. South Africa, Majola. Ampelele Majola will take the free kick for South Africa. Needs a good delivery. Time running out in his first half for the defending champions. Majola goes for goal. That's straight through down the throat of the goalkeeper, William Zulu. He'll be happy with those the whole morning if it what South Africa is going to get to him.
You know, the South Africans, especially the likes of the number 8, Pelele Majola, should do better than this, because you're not going to beat William Zulu with those kind of kicks.
Definitely not. They need to do better. And it's an early ball into the box. And a shot again that is blocked. South Africa, and another, they line up for another one that is overcooked by the defender Makwasha, and that completes the first 20 minutes of the match, which signals halftime here at the John Wilkins Stadium in Walvis. By South Africa is trailing 12. Your view of that first half briefly?
You know, Zambia played very well this first half, Chester. You know, getting that goal, you know, it was not easy. It was just by the, you know, playing weak of the South African defense, trying to dribble from behind, but eventually, you know, getting broken by the strikers of Zambia there.
So here at the John Wilkins Stadium, Zambia, Sydney Zulu only goal separates the two. So it's South Africa 0, Zambia 1. So Zambia have been resilient in their defensive duties so far, and it looks good up to this point. They have not conceded a goal, and that is a mammoth task for South Africa to try and break the Zambia's defense.
Yes, that is how it is, Chester. I mean, imagine even for the South Africans, besides the blinder that they just did, having considered a penalty, you know, in the previous matches. But now for Zambia, I mean, the defense, confidence, goalkeeper confidence, midfielders are really doing their job. They are playing as a team, hence they didn't consider. And it will be very difficult for South Africa really to, you know, get through that defense.
It will be very difficult for them to get through the defense, but really they need to, only thing they need to do is to try at least, and try to, and Zambia gets us underway with a long range. That was really close. And troubles of February there, he had two thoughts on it, whether it was on this side or over the crossbar. Position cheaply given away now. Zambia looking to double the score here. Crispin Zulu. Zulu puts it closer to February, and no problems there for the goalkeeper. Kwasha finds Makopa. Now South Africa pushing forward. Well, defensive work there from Zambia, but South Africa pushing forward once again. It will be throw into Zambia. And clearance there from Kapembwa, not confident, and there's a shot. Certainly South Africa found them in a very, very good position, and that is Mkhize. He's usually deadly with those chances, but this one blasted over the bar.
Really very disappointing, you know, getting that, you know, through pass one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's just a matter of placing that ball instead of kicking, and that is why it went over that crossbar, Chester.
South Africa created a better chance now in this second half, and they're pushing forward again, looking for Ferguson, but not a good pass from Majola there, and he's stealing now to throw. Well defended by Zambia. Help further. Now a counter-attack, but that is close again. February will collect those. Good starting position for him, just to be behind the defense, and anything that past the defense is there to collect. It's a much smaller pitch here, and the goalkeepers will have a lot to do if they position themselves right behind the defense. Quick throw in for South Africa. Headed away by Zambia. It's put back into the box. Now it's a chance. A header over the bar from Tilling. It's another good chance for South Africa. And it is two chances falling for the wingers. but not capitalized again.
Something happening there for the South Africans, but I can tell you that the young goalkeeper there, William Zulu, you know, being tall, I think he had it covered, Chester. No chance at all for the South African striker this time around.
It's very encouraging now for South Africa. They can find a way behind the Zambian defense. That's now clear. They need to start capitalizing now. This is a chance for Zambia. Good effort there. Here is Zimvuka. Well defended by South Africa's Malambo. Now this is Makopa. South Africa pushing forward again. $33 goals scored in this competition. So before the final, Zambia added to that 34 in the boys competition, and it's another shot there that comes in and well collected by the goalkeeper. February Sekoto now fighting for the ball, does well and wins the throw in. Sekoto quickly thrown. Oh, well, good turn there, and a shot that goes wide from Tilling.
Yeah, still disappointing from the defense of the South Africans there. I mean, imagine trailing by a goal to nil, considering the amount of time that you have, the less time you have, and still allowing the strikers of the Zambian national team to really still have those chances. That's a bit disappointing.
Can Zambia get their second goal, edge of the box there? And it's a ambitious try. It's blocked. Malambo clears, and South Africa will have a goal kick. They will want to hurry up things now, as times becomes very important for South Africa time, and they need to get the ball in this area. But William Zulu knows that every catch he must waste some few seconds, putting Zambia closer to the title for the very first time. That's very late, and it will be free kick to South Africa. The skipper Modisane is the man that was fouled there. He's starting it from the back. Want to play their way into the box. Simfukwe now for Zambia. Position given away, Modisana. Now Makopa. Can they do? And Gize. Pass was not convincing. Now it's Zambia going with Shiwavu. Position. That will be a free kick to South Africa, but and then the linesman just whispers to the referee that it was offside anyway, so the decision will be rather offside to Zambia, then a free kick to South Africa.
I can tell you now, just that you know, the defense of Zambia being compact, you know, not really giving space to the South African strikers. They are very compact. It is really very difficult to go through there. Even if you want to do those 1, 2, 3 passes, you cannot just go easily through those. I mean, that defense. And I think that is their plan. Hence, they haven't conceded any goal so far.
Very much so. Very strong defensive display from Zambia. South Africa with another attempt to try and break that. Ferguson, good take, but nearly closed down. Zulu. Can he keep it in play? That's easy for February. Can South Africa finds a way? And that will be goal kick. Goal kick. It is to Zambia. 7 minutes of the second half played. 1-0. It remains South Africa, the defending champions, are losing here. They have won it against Malawi after a 1-1 draw. Went to win it on penalties. And they're looking to get a 1 goal here to make it 1-1 South Africa at the moment. And it's very difficult as Zambia is really playing well. Stephen Zulu Lungu there, controlling things in the midfield. What can South Africa do? A great 1-2. Seketo. Lovely, under pressure now is Zambia. That's offside, not well executed by Zedni Zulu, the goal scorer there. It has been very quiet from the South African supporters, but now they are pushing for their boys' counterparts to try and play better, find a goal somewhere. Some of those teams that have finished their part of the tournament. Free kick to Zambia. At the moment, Yakatabakana Philip also can hit them from the distance, but he will walk away. It is Sedni Zulu who looks more interested in this one. He's the man over the ball. Philip also have a say in this, but it looked like it is Zulu, but he got it over the bar. Sedni Zulu, the goal scorer. Only 1 goal in the tournament so far for him. He will want more as a striker. And a flick on there. It's a chance here in Kise. And it's in the back of the net. South Africa have found a way. And it's that man again. He is coming to the rescue of South Africa. Lutando Mkhize have found the back of the net from a nearly impossible angle. South Africa is back on level terms.
And I'm telling you, Chester, Mkhize always have that thing of finding himself alone and getting that ball, as you can see that attempt there. But he just had that, you know, unique skills of finding himself alone and really taking that chance. Goalkeeper tried, but unfortunately couldn't really, you know, get to that one.
And that is his third of the competition for Mkhize, that goal, making him the leading scorer now for South Africa. And 1 short of the competition leading scorer, who is currently Orchestra Kanyenda of Malawi on 4. If Mkhize can score another 1, he will join Kanyenda as the competition top scorers. But for now, it's South Africa that looking to go on and win it in the 40 minutes. Sekoto tries to keep it in play, and it will be a corner kick for South Africa. They are piling pressure now on Zambia. Zambia defense for the first time broken. Considered their first goal in the competition, and it has to be South Africa. Quick taken, the goalkeeper comes out, get the hand to it. Danger not completely over, but Zimfuka does well and wins a free kick for Zambia.
And the defense of Zambia for the first time been broken down. The goalkeeper trying there, but then as you can see, as that corner kick was taken as well, you know, the goalkeeper coming out, having a little bit touch, maybe just the confidence a little bit also, you know, going down. I mean, it's not easy. If you are scored against, everything starts crumbling down, everything starts breaking down in terms of, you know, confidence.
Very much so. Hope will not be the case for Zambia. Have done so well up to this point. Have given a goal away, but South Africa really started well in the second half. You could see that they are finding themselves in good spaces. And here is Modizane now. Position cheaply given away. Here is Philip. Again, he lost position. And now Makopa tries to find Sekoto, and another corner kick for South Africa. They are really now in a mood to win this South Africa. Zambia have switched into a defensive mode. 8 minutes remaining. A good cross on the money, and the header that comes in there from the big striker Ferguson. Couldn't really direct it goalwards.
And that goes with the goalkeeper. You see, Chester, I sense that somehow that goal really, you know, broke down his confidence a little bit. I mean, a tall guy like him should have got that cross, isn't it? At least a touch to get it away from, you know, being headed into, you know, towards his goalpost.
It looks more easier now for South Africa to go through the Zambian defense than before. And might have to do with confidence. Sure, rightly pointing out Tswaro. Zambia themselves going forward. They look bleak in that side again. Doesn't really look good for them going forward at this stage. Now Sydney, Zulu, the throw in, flicked on. And a shot that comes in there. Here's Crips and Zulu. Tense and shoots. It's blocked. Malombo will clear for South Africa. Held further by Makwasha.
The game is becoming interesting as we are going for the last minutes here, Chester. You see, you know, the game is actually getting somehow physical as well.
It's the last minute of the final. For a chance to put your hands on the trophy. And as I said, the two teams have already qualified for the Continental Championship, Zambia and South Africa. So, irrespective of the result here, now it's just for them to try and win the trophy. South Africa looking to win it for the 3rd time, and Zambia for the very first time. Still 1-1, it can be anybody's final at this point. Flick on Hera. Zambia now on the counter-attack. Isekoto, well defended by Kapembwa. Ferguson finds Sikoto. And again, the defensive of Kakoma shielded the striker and allowed the goalkeeper to collect. A good clearance there. And now the goalkeeper comes out and collects. Less than 5 minutes remaining for either team to come through in February. Come collect. South Africa will feel that they have conceded a very soft goal. It was their own mistake there at the back. And come back. Now here's Makopa looking for Ferguson. Good interception there. Now again, Modisane, the skipper, lost the battle there. Here is Sekoto for South Africa. Try to take the bull by the horn. But defended again by Zambia. Doing very well with Kapembwa. And now here they are. That is a wasted chance there. Sibeye. Now here is Sekoto. Cut back inside Ferguson. That should have been 2. He missed the big striker. He only scored 1 goal in this competition. It had not been his competition. The very first game is when he found the back of the net. Since then, he's failing to capitalize on chances.
You're talking about composure there, Chester. Ferguson not really composed, you know, being a bit casual like since the start of this match here. They need to really start placing this ball. That was a kick, but not a placing. Placing.
And now it's a chance for Zambia suddenly, and that's offside. Has to be, because it was too good to be true for Zambia. 2 players behind the South African defense. It have been a dangerous moment there. I think For the South Africans, they had nearly stopped there as Zambia was threatening. It's penalty shootout looming if the score stays the same. Now South Africa, here is Ferguson. Now Sekocho. It's over the bar again. That's a great half chance there. They need to capitalize on those South Africa.
Yeah, I mean, for the last 3 or so minutes, Umpimet Sekoto has been, you know, threatening the defense of Zambia there, and playing very good there with Ferguson.
They have really come alive in the second half. The South Africans have limited Zambia in terms of chances. It's a long one, looking for a flick on from Ferguson. Now, prophetically cleared and helped further into clearance by Lungu. Quick throw. Now here is Modizane. South Africa, what can they do? Sibeye cuts the attack now. It's a chance for Zambia. Crips Zulu. Zulu wins a corner kick for Zambia. It's the time they push everybody into that box and try to win the set piece. Last minute of normal time here. Sydney Zulu, the corner kick. Well defended by South Africa. But, Zambia with a throw-in. Simfukwe. We leave it for Shangwe to take. Shangwe with a throw that did not find his man. And now this is another long range. Too ambitious there. And that completes the 40 minutes of the game. Last year's final was decided on the penalty spot between South Africa and Malawi. And this year's final will go that route again. It is South Africa and Zambia, and will be decided by penalty kicks. And South Africa came back with Mkhize goal in the second half after Sydney Zulu have given Zambia the lead. Joseph Chizavu to take the penalty for Zambia. The big defender. Chiwazu! He blasted over the bar. That is disadvantage Zambia early on here. You don't give defenders early responsibility like that.
You can clearly see there as that player kicked the ball leaning backward. That only means one thing, Chester. That ball is going over the crossbar. Immediately when you lean back and take a kick, it would obviously go higher. And that is what we have seen here.
So Zambia starting this on the back foot. Here is Mkhize now for South Africa. Can he deliver? Lutando Mkhize! Easy does it. Easy does it.
Very easy, you know, that is just a matter of placing compared to the ball that was just kicked now. That was a blast from Zambia, but now this time around, Mkhize just placing that ball just a little bit to the right-hand side of the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper also didn't make any attempt to cover that one.
Zambia now, Crips in Zulu. Had a very, very good competition also, Zulu. Can he get Zambia on the scoreboard here? Facing Edian February. Crips in Zulu. Look, focus. And here comes Christian Zulu. He missed it again. It's another miss for Zambia. They're being very horrible with penalty shootouts here, the Zambians. And double advantage to SA.
I mean, playing so good in a match and then giving away penalties so easy, Chester, is really disappointing. Look at that, placing the ball, but then way, off target. That's really disappointing.
Now comes the jersey number 9, South Africa, Reyes Ferguson. Only scored 1 goal in the competition thus far. It was in the opening game of South Africa when he got his goal. Now, here comes, that's easy from Ferguson. They know how to take them. And South Africa, 2 penalties up.
Ferguson with that very brilliant penalty, not kicking again, placing the ball, choosing a spot as to where you want to hit that ball. Even if the goalkeeper chooses the right way, still it is going behind the net. Good one for Ferguson.
Now it is Zambia, and it is their top goal scorer, Temwani Simfukwe. He has scored 3 for Zambia throughout the competition. And here comes Temwani Simfukwe. Got Zambia on the score sheet in his penalty shootout. It is 2-1 to South Africa. South Africa taking their 3rd now. They need to save 1. Zambia just to be hopeful in his penalty shootout. And it's South Africa now. Makwasha! Easy.
Oh.
Easy.
Look at that penalty, Chester. Not so sure as to what happened there, but that player there, the number 5, they didn't stand far away from that kick there, taking it easy. You can even take 1 step back, choose a spot where you want the penalty or to score a goal. Choose a spot. Just put it there, a little bit power, placing it, and it will be done.
Philip Katambakana for Zambia. He needs to score. Philip Katambakana will get a yellow card for that, teasing the goalkeeper. Not allowed. This is where the boys are learning the rules of the game. I thought there was nothing wrong with that, but got a yellow card for it. And the rest of them now knows. Philip Katambakana for Zambia. Oh, well taken penalty. And the goalkeeper, it looked like for a second everything was in a slow-mo there. But 2 for Zambia.
Yes, Chester, I mean, well taken penalty there, as I have said, and I will always emphasize on that to say, penalties, you just need to pick up a spot and then place the ball a little bit power so that it just, cross over the goal line, and it will be definitely a goal, whether the goalkeeper goes there or not.
Pelele Moyoya and South Africa have done it again and again and again, as they have now won the competition for the 3rd consecutive time. And the boys are under 15, the champions here, and the girls will join them. It has been South Africa's competition from the 1st to the 3rd edition. They are dominating this competition in every aspect of it, from the boys to the girls, 3 times. Nothing better than South Africa in the African Schools Championship Under 15 tournament. It has been their name on the trophy whenever, wherever.
That is the story of the day, Chester. I have been observing the South Africans throughout this tournament, punctual, on time, warming up for the longest time. I mean, compared to the other teams, everything on point for them. Hence, I think the other countries should also perhaps look up to them and really learn a thing from the South Africans on how they do things. Maybe we can, or other countries can perhaps also, get so good.
And player of the match, it is Sydney Zulu from Zambia. He won the player of the match. Do you agree with that?
Yes, Zulu, I mean, with that goal there, you know, he was always alert of the situation around him, especially when the defense of the South Africans were trying to dribble, you know, being a nuisance to the defense as well throughout this whole match here. So I think really, he really deserved to be man of the match.
Majola scoring the final penalty there for South Africa, and it has been a fantastic performance by South Africa. They have only conceded 2 goals throughout the competition. They have scored 11, and it's equal best with Malawi in terms of scoring goals, and Zambia have done pretty well. I think the narrative there from the coaches that they have really come out and make their presence felt. They missed the first game, and from there it was really going to be difficult for them to qualify from the groups. They did, Zambia. But for these boys, in your picture, South Africa, they have done pretty well. And I think the narratives here is that you guys must hold your heads high. You did very well for Zambia. South Africa, they are the champions. They have really well-deserved champions, scoring 11 goals, give away only 2 throughout the competition. And they have really performed, Zambia. It was 4-2 on the penalty shootout here, Twaro.
Yes, and the award, as we're waiting for the individuals to, you know, get their awards here, is that the Golden Gloves goes to Maya Henneken of South Africa, that is from the girls' side. And then the Golden Boot from the girls' side as well is Leonie Kok from South Africa with 11 goals. And then we have player of the tournament, that is the number 3, Leonie Kok from South Africa. Fair play team, just quickly here, Chester, is Malawi.
Very much so from the boys' side. Golden Glove goes to the South Africa, to the Zambian William Zulu, who only conceded 1 goal throughout the tournament, and the Golden Boot goes to Orkesta Kanyenda of Malawi, who scored 4 goals in the tournament, and player of the tournament is Tenani Simfukwe of Zambia, the man that have came alive and helped Zambia to be here, scored 3 in the process also, and fair play go to South Africa. So now that the dignitaries are there, we will look at who will get the first medal. And we will start with the referees. It was a really good performance from all the referees overall through the competition. You may remember, these are also young referees, and they are learning as they go, but did very well in the final, the referee. And I can remember the moment of the penalty that was reversed from the girls' final.
Yeah, and very good, Chester, that, you know, this young referees here comes from all over, you know, SADC, or rather COSAFA countries. We have referees from Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Angola, and as far as Malawi as well, having officiated just to, you know, gather an experience as to, you know, how things work internationally. You know, it's not easy going from your country to another country doing this kind of job. I mean, this is only picking up experience, you know, and then at the end of the day, growing with this experience and then giving back to the community, or who, however you would want to give back to, you know, the others that are also upcoming.
Very much a good exposure for this young referee to officiate at this level of the competition. It's already a plus for them, and the future might just look very bright for these young referees. And I'm thinking that from now on they must continue getting involved in the refereeing game.
Yes, and the lucky thing is that with the, you know, this tournament here, this championship here, there has been some other side events that has been going on, like you know, young coaches workshop that went on, so young coaches also being you know, taught. And then young reporters workshop as well. We've got journalists here, young ones that came to, you know, get some trainings. We had young referees workshop as well, you know, just to groom and just to groom and teach the young ones as to how the game is officiated and so on, the rules of the game and so on, which is actually a very good thing, Chester.
South Africa. The team captain of South Africa, please go and receive the award.
There you go, the fair play team, South Africa. They have really done well. That is when it comes to discipline, that's where you get the award, the way you conduct yourself as a team, and how many times you are questioning the referee's decisions and so on, which are not really welcomed at this level. And I think it's a good start for these young boys, that they know that when you are disciplining yourself, you can get awards, and that will grow with you as you're becoming a professional player.
Yes, and that is why, again, CAF have introduced a white card system, Chester, which is in place to promote fair play amongst the teams. The white card, I think, is a very good initiative that will instill discipline into that. As you can see there, that is the golden glove for the goalkeeper of South Africa there. That is Maya Heneke from South Africa receiving that golden glove award.
It's done pretty well for South Africa, and she only conceded in the final. And now William Zulu of Zambia, also only goal that he conceded was in the final. That was just concluded. He otherwise had a clean sheet up to that point, the man from Zambia, and he has done pretty well for Zambia, and he was the heart of that Zambian's defense, and really also in the goal that he conceded, he had hands to that strike from Mkize, but it is crept in at the far post. He really tried to save it, but unfortunately he did not have a good time with penalties, and he didn't save any of the South African penalties, but throughout the competition he did very well.
Put your hands together for Leonie Koch from South Africa.
Leonie Koch from South Africa. There is the bundle of joy from the Koch family in Kimberley, just going to receive the Golden Boot Award. She stands here with 11 goals in this tournament. Really a remarkable tally of goals here for Leonie Koch, all the way from South Africa. There she is, receiving a medal and something to put on the cabinet there at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Orchestra Kanyenda.
Orchestra Kanyenda from Malawi. He has really performed very well throughout the competition. He was the central of Malawi attack. He scored a hat-trick, the only player to score a hat-trick in this competition. In the opening game against Namibia, he has scored 3 goals there. Then he was a little bit quiet in the most of the games, but then he came to score in the semi-final against South Africa. He scored from the spot, and that totaling 4 goals that made him the top goal scorer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leonie Koch, South Africa.
There she is again, the bundle of joy from the Koch family in South Africa, in Kimberley. Leonie Koch, player of the tournament. Oh, one can just really hope and really wish for her to really progress and progress and get exposed to soccer and football, possibly playing for the Banyana, the senior national team of South Africans women's football. One really hope that she would really go that far. Chester.
For the boys, Penani Simfukwe, Zambia.
Simfukwe also a very good player for Zambia. He makes Zambia come alive when he's especially when they're attacking. He scored 3 goals throughout the competition, and he did well. He's a leading goal scorer or top goal scorer for the Zambian team, but he really played well, especially in that game against Malawi when Zambia came into the game as underdogs. He came out and score twice in that game and help Zambia to beat Malawi by 3-0. And that have put Zambia as now the team to beat in the final.
Of the tournament in the girls category. Let's put our hands together for Malawi.
There they are, Chester, the Malawian team here, the ladies, girls that will receive their medals, deservingly so after traveling for 3 days. And now here they are receiving their medals, really deserving those medals. The Malawi ladies have had a very, very good tournament. Played against Namibia, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe, winning 2 of those matches and then drawing against Namibia. And as you can see, really bundle of joys from Malawi, receiving what they really deserve this time around. And it will be a long journey for them back to Malawi, hopefully overnighting here in Walvis Bay and traveling back tomorrow back home to Malawi, Lilongwe. Shimwashili, the president of Namibian Football Association, that is NFA, giving those medals. And people from Malawi should really be very proud of these young girls here.
Future look bright, isn't it, for Malawi?
Very, very much.
Women's football. They have really put up a good fight. I had to watch them in the final, but I was really surprised with how they play, how they organized themselves, how they kept South Africa at bay for most part of that first half.
Yes, Chester. And really the coaching staff as well should be credited for, you know, encouraging these young ladies, these young girls to say, let's go out there, let's go play, let's go have fun. And there is something there that they will be given. Is that in a form of a check? Deservingly so for Malawi ladies, Malawian girls in the under-15 CAF African Schools Football Championship. That is a whooping 75,000 US dollars. Wow. That is really good money for the girls. That's good money for the girls, and let's hope they put a good use into that and perhaps try to strengthen the football part of the ladies in Malawi. We are talking about roughly 1,350,000, 1.3 million, yes. Let's hope they will really put good use into that.
Our silver medals in the boys category. Put your hands together for Zambia.
Yes, the Zambian team that we thought they will never be part of this competition. They missed their first game against Lesotho, and then Lesotho was given a walkover there, points, and then Zambia, after that game, they arrived in the early hours of Friday morning, and then they had to quickly get into the dressing room because they needed to play their second game against Namibia, which they did pretty well and win by 1-0 as Crispin Zulu scored the only goal of that game, and from there Zambia looked like a very, very good organized team. And then they have to play their second game, which was against the group favorites, which is Malawi, and that game would determine their future participation in the tournament, and they needed to win that game, and Zambia won the game against Malawi by 3-0. And that's where Simfukwe came alive, scored 2 goals, and Peter Kakoma, the defender, with the header there to win the game. And there they became the top team in Group A and qualified for the semi-finals. And then they played against Eswatini in the semi-finals, and they won the game by 1-0. That is Simfukwe again on the score sheet there for Zambia. So clean sheet up to that point, and before they faced South Africa in the final today, where Zambia were beaten by South Africa 4-2 on penalty shootout. As medals keep on being handed over to the Zambian team, I think the coaching staff, the supporters, the Zambians should be very proud of their team. They really came and put up a very, very impressive performance in the team. And they also go away with 75,000 US dollars, which amounts to 1.3 million if you take it in Namibian dollars. It's a lot of money for building the development of Zambian football. So I think it is really, really worthy of a prize.
Of course, I mean, who would say no to such money, Chester? Who would really say no? I mean, coming in here at the last minute, you know, asking for the tournament organizers to really give you a chance to partake in the tournament. Hence, you have missed the first match, and being, you know, awarded the chance to really participate and walking away with such monies. Credit goes to Zambia as well this time around, especially for the boys.
Happy faces for Zambia here. Very, very much happy. As we move to the women category again, Twaro.
For the CAF African Sports Football Championship for South Qualifier 2024. Put your hands together for South Africa!
There they are, the South African ladies, the girls coming through there, having proven a point to say we are the powerhouse here in Southern Africa. Is that the case? I think to a certain extent you would agree after winning by big margins. That is the South African team. Just to quickly look at that, they met Zimbabwe and they whipped Zimbabwe by 6-0, and they went on to play against Angola, and they beat Angola there by 13-0, and Cock there in that match scoring 4 goals, and going on to meet Eswatini, and they won Eswatini by 4-0. And then in the semi-finals meeting, Lesotho, and again proving that we are the deserving champions. We will be the we are going to defend our cup here, and they won Lesotho by 10-0. And I can tell you up until in the semi-final, not conceding a single goal there for the South African girls, and here they are being the champions. And I think a lot of countries now should really learn. As I have told you, Chester, I have been observing them coming here to the soccer fields, being on time, warming up for the longest time. Even after the match, when other teams would pack up and go, they would remain behind, do those stretches, being with their coaches, moving along as a team, dressed very well. Really, that is something to talk about, and that is something to emulate from the South Africans as other countries. Really, they deserve this 100%. And there we have it, 100,000 US dollars. That is roughly 1.8 million Namibian dollars. A lot of money for the youngsters.
Well,
and South African rand.
1.8, yes, rand as well. Yeah,
yes.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I think, and I like the idea of this competition. You know, a fitter competition for the under-20s. Now the coaches don't need to struggle to come up with teams for their under-17, under-20, and I think it's a very, very basic start of football. And these young ladies from South Africa and all the countries that have participated, now they are being groomed to become national players.
Yes.
And it starts now.
That is what I said about Cork, such a young player. Look at that. South Africa, the under-15 CAF African Schools Football Champions. Here they are, 2024, the champions. Deserving champions of this tournament here, this championship. Let's really hope and pray that they are going to represent COSAFA very well in the continental showpiece.
Let's give it up to South Africa.
They are the champions of the 2024 African Schools Championship. The COSAFA qualifier is South Africa. They came in this competition with their heads held high after winning the previous two editions. And their first game was against Zimbabwe, where they beat Zimbabwe by 1-0. And Ferguson with the only goal of that game for South Africa. They went on to the second game, and they made their presence felt again in that particular game as they beat Angola by 3-0. Mayola and Malombo and Tilling on the score sheet for South Africa in that game. So they dominated, topping the group on 6 points at that point. And then they went on in their final group against Eswatini. South Africa winning that one with another dominant performance. It was 4-0. And Kize, Makoba, also Buthelezi on the score sheet for South Africa in that particular game. South Africa did very well in the group stages, winning all their games, 9 points, no goals conceded at that point. And then they went on to the semi-finals where South Africa beat Malawi. Malawi, that was their first tough game, where they conceded a goal for the very first time, but winning the game in the end by 2-1. Makopa and Tilling for South Africa scoring the goals there that made them reach the final. They had to come from behind in the final, and it was Mkhize, a goal that equalized things for South Africa there in the second half. 1-1 it was in the full time, like it was in 2023. And they had to go for penalty shootout like in 2023, and they won it again like in 2023.
And I'm telling you that I told you that it will be very interesting if Zambia can score. Zambia scored, and we see how the South Africans reacted to, you know, being led by Zambia, and they equalized. And you could see they were under pressure, hence taking it very cool, being casual, but then getting that goal, going to the penalties, and here they are now being the champions, almost converting all their penalties.
So we're ready to get them the trophy and the check. South Africa, the champions for the third time. Let's see how much they get. It's $100,000 again. That amounts into 1.8 Namibian dollar or South African rent. That's what they will get, go home with the South African under 15 boys. And the amount is 3.6 rent, both for the girls and the boys. What they got that will go to them. So it is a whipping 3.6 for South Africa that they will go home with. It's a lot of money that will be utilized for development in that country. I'm not sure how much the boys themselves will get from that amount, but they will look at the amount and say, come on, give us something from that.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve it, isn't it? They deserve it. Look at those boots. They would, I mean, the boys would, one of them would need some new soccer boots and so on, maybe.
And again, yet again, and again, South Africa are the champions of the African School Championship COSAFA qualifiers for the third consecutive time. They are the team to beat, and they will represent the COSAFA region at the Continental Showpiece. Them and Zambia will be representing the southern region in the African Championship, and they are the champions here again in Namibia 2024. What a tournament we had. We have enjoyed every moment of this competition from the kickoff on Friday up to where we are now. It was a very, very beautiful organized tournament, isn't it, Twaro?
That's it, Chester. And from me, Donald Bohosing Twaro, it has been a pleasure. Namampudi. Till next time.
It has been a very, very good competition. And also from me, Chester Wamonica, and the whole technical crew here at the John Wilkins Stadium in Walvis by Namibia. It has been a pleasure be in your presence and deliver this live broadcast to you. Until next time, it's cheers.